Hey Banana on Fire! We live in a time that's very confusing. Things are constantly changing and every rule is being rewritten, including the rules of relationships. This seems to cause a great deal of confusion and creates a lot of demand for dating advices. And unfortunately, the internet seems to be full of so-called experts giving out bad advices that are moronic, manipulative, and insulting to both you and the other person. Excuse my strong words, but I think I'm already being too kind. So, I figured now it's time that I give some advices that actually may work. Now, you can't say that I don't see the irony here because I just trashed all the internet dating advices. And guess what I'm doing right now? That's right, giving advices on the internet. But hey, that just shows that paradox and contradiction is the way of life and we should just take the best of it and leave the rest. I do need to warn you though, my advices are only for women who are ready. What do I mean? It means I assume you are a smart, courageous, open-minded woman who has a great deal of clarity about who you are, you love and respect yourself, and you see dating not as a tool for domesticating a man, but as a wonderful process of human connection. Does that sound like you? Okay, good. So advice 1. Suppose there is someone you're interested in. Should you ask him out? The short answer is yes. The long answer is yes, but mind your attitude. There are 2 kinds of attitudes when you're asking someone out. You can either be open, relaxed, and take this as an opportunity to know more about him. Or you can be obsessed, totally smitten, and anxious for him to like you. If you are in the first mode, then go ahead and ask him out. And if you're in the second mode, well, maybe you want to wait till you get into the first mode. Because the purpose of going out with him is to find out what he's like and then decide if you like him. But if you're already running a high crush on him, you're basically blinded by your hormones to who he actually is. Now that doesn't mean you shouldn't do it. It just means you're less likely to do the asking from an empowered position. Because now he's the prize and you won the prize when you basically don't even know if it's worth winning. And also, it just takes all the fun out of dating because you will be too anxious about whether he likes you or not to actually enjoy the journey. Still, we humans regret about things that we didn't do so much more than the things we did. And you are too smart to be controlled by your hormones. So have no fear and go after what you want. If it doesn't work out, you can always change your mind. The bottom line is, you are certainly not going to die from making mistakes, but the inaction for fear of making mistakes is surely going to squeeze the life out of you. Okay, now you're on a date, you had a lot of fun together, but now who should pay for the date? Your mother would tell you the guy should always pay, and a more modern version of the same advice would say that the guy should pay first and he should pay the majority of time. While this social convention was based on economic reality at a certain point in history, now it just seems like the most ridiculous rule ever. Why am I not supposed to pay when I make as much money as my date? Some experts will tell you, well, you make a man feel like a man by allowing him to provide for you. But if I don't need help to feel like a woman, why would I need a man that needs help to feel like a man? I'm not saying that this cannot be a mutually helpful deal for some people, but I'm very partial. And I think as a smart, sexy, successful woman, you should always do what you feel is fair and what promotes a healthy balance of power between you two. Okay, that's it for this week's Banana on Fire. I have still more unsolicited dating advices to put on the internet. And yes, they will be in my next video. I love you and wish you a smoking hot dating life.